What is up, you guys? My name is Madison and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today I will obviously be doing a get ready with me because that's what I do pretty much every Saturday. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a summery look today. But because I'm gonna be talking, I'm just gonna show you all the makeup I'm gonna be using now. Okay, so I have the Becca Skin Love Glow Glaze Stick. I have the Benefit the Professional Hydrating Primer. And then for foundation, I have the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer in Light 5N, which is the only thing I've been using, by the way. It's really good. And then obviously I have the CoverGirl Clean Invisible Concealer in Fair and Medium. And then I have the Rimmel Stay Matte. Mine is broken. This is in 003 Natural. I'm going in order of my face, by the way, so yeah. And then I have the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the Ace Beauty Scarlet Dusk palette, and then this Appeal gel liner in the shade Mood. Mine is pretty much worn off at the bottom, so. And then I have the Essence Make Me Brow eyebrow gel mascara. And then the Mellow Face Blush in the shade Bronze. The Flower Beauty Flower Pot Powder Blush in Sweet Pea. And then this City Color Highlight Trio. I'm going to be using the middle shade. And then I also have the Essence Lash Princess, which I actually should have shown when I showed my brow gel, but it's fine. And then I have the NYX Makeup Professional Radiant Finish Setting Spray. And then I have 3 lip products that I might use because I am indecisive, but I have this Menthol Supreme Lip Shine from Bigelow Apothecaries. This is just a clear lip gloss. And then my other lip gloss option is Iconic London's Lip Pumping Gloss in Peekaboo. And then I also have the Too Faced Melted Metal liquid lipstick in the shade Dreamhouse, but I don't know which one I'm going to use. And then obviously I have my EOS lip balm in peppermint cream. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So most people subscribed due to the fact that I like books. Actually, that's not true. Like, this channel started off as like a fan account for something, and then it turned into me like liking makeup and fashion and stuff, and now it's like so heavily a like booktube YouTube channel thingy my doodad. And like a lot of people are subscribing, but a lot of them are like older than me, right? So like I don't want to like be rude and be like, I'm sorry we can't talk, but like, at the same time, like, I have my mother and my cheer coach watching over my every move, so like I also don't want to be like talking to everybody. Does that make sense? Like, I'll respond to like DMs on Twitter and stuff, and I'll like respond to like comments and stuff, but like it can't be like super personal, especially if you're like 18 and up, because I am a child. I'll still talk to all of you guys though. So like I'll also like give you recommendations. Like, I encourage you to give me recommendations. Also follow me on Twitter. It'll be down below. Anyway, if you are watching this and you came from my last video, which apparently did pretty well, but I wouldn't know. Well, I would know. It did well. But I just want to say, like, thank you. I don't know, like, I'm just starting off the video like this. This isn't the topic. I just want to say, like, thank you so much for subscribing to me. It means the whole entire world. And you guys are, like, so sweet. Literally so sweet. Like, so, anyway. Today's topic is I don't know. I should have planned this better. Let's talk about movies. So, I've been watching documentaries pretty much every day now for the past, like, 2 weeks. I watched one about the Fire Festival that, like, broke the internet. I watched one about... I watch a lot of true crime documentaries, like, a lot. There was, like, the one on Jeffrey Dahmer, like, Ted Bundy, like, the Ted Bundy tapes. And then, like, the Gabriel Fernandez trial, and then I watched Cheer. So not necessarily documentaries, but, like, documentaries and docuseries. I watched one called Catfish that came out, like, in 2010. But here's the thing. I understand people wanting to, like, watch, like, movies based off of their, like, favorite artist and whatnot. So, like, there's the one on Lil Peep. I didn't like it. I think Lil Peep is great. I think his legacy will live on forever. I didn't like the documentary. It was kind of boring and, like, all the same stuff until, like, I got to the end. But I kind of just, like, didn't pay attention to it after a while. Because, like I said, it was all, like, the same stuff. Like, you know, he was just a sweet little boy, and, you know, he was always just a little bit different, and, like, he always, like, thought of having a lot of tattoos and became from this little town, and, like, that was it, like, from an entire... If you can hear my, like, little brother downstairs, I'm sorry. Anyway, do I think Lil Peep is a good musician, rapper? I don't really know what to call him. A good person in the music industry? Yes. Do I think he was a good person? Yes. Do I think his documentary should have been a little bit more? Yes. And I haven't watched Lady Gaga's yet, and I haven't watched, there was, like, a new one that came out about, like, a country singer, or, like, a religious singer. I don't know. I haven't watched that one yet. I haven't watched the one on Taylor Swift because I didn't even know she had one. So, there's that. And I feel like the celebrities with, like, the most amount of, like, fans and stuff don't, like, hype up their documentaries, because I didn't really see Lady Gaga, like, talk about it. She might talk about it a lot and I might not just be following along. My bad. But, like, I didn't see Taylor Swift talk about hers. I don't know who else has one. I know that, like, Jack and Jack, like, the rappers from back on, which I watched a video on, by the way, and Nash Grayer's a dad. Anyway, like, I know that they had one that was, like, on YouTube or something that I watched, like, through YouTube, and then I lost my place because my dad turned my TV off because he's a meanie butt. But, I mean, theirs was okay. I was, like, 13 and in love with Jack Johnson. Yeah. But, like, the people that, like, I want to see with, like, a docuseries or, like, a documentary are the ones that, like, would never get one because they're, like, not... Take a shot every time I say, like, because they're not, like, known in the industry. I said, like, again. Wow. Anyway, I think that the only reason all of these celebrities are, like, getting docuseries and, like, documentaries are the ones that have the most fans, not necessarily because, you know, they're interested in, like, their lives. And I feel like if they were genuinely interested in their lives, then it would be amazing, you know? Like, does that make sense to anybody? Because, like, I feel like I'm not making any sense. But I feel like if, you know, B. Miller or Madison Beer, or even like kind of like a documentary on like Tupac or something. I know that Madonna had one. Actually, I don't know that. I think Madonna had one. I think that would be cool. You know, like the little artists, them like rising to fame. Because, you know, Madison Beer has been singing since 2013, and I've been listening to her since 2013. You know, I want to see her reaction to her when she got asked to sing the Monster High Fright song. I want to see her reaction to when she started dating this, you know, big like internet celebrity. I want to know about the breakup. And like, I'm not in on like all this like drama and stuff, but like, if she had her own documentary, it would be pretty phenomenal, because, you know, she literally started off as an internet star, and then she was found by Justin Bieber, and then bada bing bada boom, she rise to fame, and then she lost all of it for years. It's like, I want to know what she did throughout all those years. And like in her like entire like silent era, she released an EP. I think it was Dead, based off of her song Dead. My favorite song on the entire EP was Home for You, or Home with You. Like, I want to know her creative process, because like now obviously it's all based on her breakup, you know. Good and goodbye, you know, you put the over and over, you put the X and X, there's no I in trouble, just the you since we left. You know, like, I think knowing how her creative juices flowed during like her, you know, little time where she wasn't famous, would be an interesting story to hear, and know what she did while she wasn't, you know, overly popular. And like, I keep saying like, and I'm so sorry, but, you know, now she got famous again because of TikTok, because she is literally so gorgeous. And then now her song, Good and Goodbye, that's her most popular song right now, even though it's not the best one that came out, Stream Stained Glass. You know, like, it's super popular. And I want to know how she feels about it being popular. I want to know how she feels, you know, going back into the spotlight, because Madison Beer has been like popular amongst like style editors recently, because she has such a unique style to it, or like herself. She literally walks out in like jeans and a t-shirt, but like she also wears like nights out and stuff. Like, that's what I'm talking about, like such a unique style for herself. She wears like these really like bright colors, and yet she still manages to make it look grungy and edgy, because that's the type of person Madison Beer is. This entire video is just gonna be me hyping up Madison Beer. Whereas when it came to like Lil Peep, it was kind of life before he was famous, not necessarily like his rise to fame. And like I said, I kind of skipped through a lot of it, but so I might have like touched on it, but I don't ever really remember seeing anything about his rise to fame, because technically he was never like this super popular like big rapper. You know, like Star Shopping got super popular. There's another couple of his songs that got popular for like some of their verses, but not necessarily like the entire song in itself. And he in himself didn't get like super popular until he died. I feel like that happens with a lot of artists. Like, they don't get like super popular until they die. It happened with somebody else. Anyway, I feel like if they genuinely like showed things, like they touched on his like drug problem, which is weird because like I saw a lot of people saying like he didn't have a drug problem. That's none of my business. Like his, you know, health is none of my business. It's none of anybody's business. You know? Like if they didn't want to release like his cause of death like they did with Cameron Boyce, like all they said was he had like heart failure and that was it. Like they didn't like touch on anything else. Because it's nobody's business but their own. I think if Cameron Boyce had a documentary, it would be the most popular thing to ever exist, by the way. Anyway, like documentaries like that could be great. Like his documentary could have been great, but they touched on the issues, not necessarily the good parts of his like career. Like they touched on the good parts of his childhood and then the bad parts of his career, and I don't think that's fair to him. I think that it should have touched on the good and bad in his childhood if they want to talk about his childhood, and the good and bad of his career if they want to touch on his career. So, I don't know. That might just be me being stupid. But in the long run, a lot of people support him now. A lot of people probably did start liking him just to, you know, bandwagon and then like end up falling in love with him because he has a genuine talent. And I'm not saying that like mumbling into a microphone is talent. He had the talent to make people love him because, like, according to him and according to his documentary, he wrote all of his own stuff. And the fact that he wrote all of that is pretty phenomenal because it's good. Do I think that everything he wrote was for a certain demographic of being depressed and sad? Yes. Do I think most people like him are writing for a demographic that is depressed and sad? Yes. I do that a lot, I'm sorry. But, I mean, I'm right. Like, I'm not gonna say, you know, I've never listened to his music. I've never, you know, liked him. I've never liked any of his songs, because that's not true. I do like some of his songs. It's some of the more popular ones, but it's still him. And his popular songs are popular for a reason. And people are, like, getting mad at other people because they're like, you like that song? Wow. You are such a, you know, trend follower, you know? I'm a real fan. I listen to this song and this song and this song, and like, you can listen to his popular music. Like, those songs are popular for a reason. I'm sorry, it just makes no sense to me when people do that with anybody. But like, I think if Brendan Urie had a documentary, does he have a documentary? I don't think he does. I think if he had one, I'd watch that in a heartbeat. I feel like his life is so interesting, and it could be such a great, like, thing if they don't, like, ruin it. I don't know. I also just love Brendan Urie, so that could be a part of it. That's pretty much today's video. There's really nothing else that I can talk about, like, coming on, like, you know, documentaries, which is literally the only thing I've been watching other than, like, Grey's Anatomy and season 1 episode 4 of Teen Wolf and Haikyuu. Yeah, those are the only things I've been watching. Anyway, that's all for today's video. Best 22 minutes of my life. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. All my social media will also be down below, and I will see you whenever that may be. Bye. Imagine messing up your own outro. It's supposed to be, I will see you next time whenever that may be. And then I say bye. But for real, bye.